to the homie Squawk. I'm Kyle, and I'm joined today by the usual three people. We got Gigi, Hannah, and Trevor.
Yo.
Howdy.
Hi.
And we're coming at you with some good old fashioned questions, and yeah, so we're gonna get right into it with Gigi's question. So Gigi, lead us off.
Oh, right. Okay, so my question was, who was your favorite YouTuber when YouTube came out or when you first started watching YouTube? Blah, blah. Do you still watch them? Who is your favorite YouTuber now if it's changed and why?
Why?
But like why
Tell
though?
me why. For me, let's see. My favorite YouTubers, kind of when I first started watching, because I definitely didn't start watching YouTube right when it came out. Um, we were at my house. We watched stupid videos, like when that first started,
uh
and I guess that sort of turned into YouTube eventually, but we didn't like continue with it. So I started watching YouTube much later. But my favorite, like top three that I watched like religiously were a guy named Tobuscus, PewDiePie, and Markiplier, and they were like
Nice.
my top three. And I guess as far as still watching them, the only one that I really do is Markiplier because he has like the nicest voice ever. It's just like he has that voice that was like made for radio.
Yeah.
So I still enjoy watching his stuff, and he's just really funny because he plays a lot of horror games and he gets legit terrified. So it's
Yeah.
it's always nice to see. PewDiePie rarely. I don't watch him as much anymore. He kind of got like over the top famous real quick, so it was just like, I don't need this.
Yeah.
I've actually met him
Whoa.
once. Uh, it was at a signing event that he was doing in, I think it was San Jose or Santa Clara or something.
Huh.
Nice.
And my brother was a huge fan at the time, so I got like a book signed for him
Oh
and actually met
nice.
him and stuff. He was pretty cool, but yeah, I rarely watch his stuff anymore. And then Tobuscus, I think he kind of went down early, like as one of those people that didn't have the greatest reputations. So when he went down, I just sort of stopped watching his stuff. But he had some really funny content. Like he used to do games, and then he had like this little animated series of his like persona that was really funny. But yeah, hardly hear of anything from him anymore.
Hmm.
I would say my favorite now, like I have a lot of favorite channels and stuff like, but I think the top two that I watch the most are Jacksepticeye and Girlfriend Reviews. Girlfriend Reviews is just really funny. It's just this girlfriend reviewing watching her boyfriend play video games. And it's
Nice.
all from her perspective because
Oh.
she won't play the game. She'll watch her boyfriend play the game,
Huh.
and then she'll like comment on everything. Like she has commentary on some of the best games too, like Witcher and Last of Us, and it's so funny. So that one, and then Jacksepticeye. I think his real name is Sean something, but he is another like let's play gamer, and he has
Hmm.
an Irish accent, and it's the greatest.
Hmm.
And he's all around just like a really good dude. He does a lot of charity work and charity streams for different causes, and he's just really fun to watch. But he's also a very like good person. So that's yeah, those are my YouTubers.
Nice.
Yeah, I used to be into Markiplier a lot. I still watch some of his videos sometimes, but um definitely used to watch him a lot more than now. back in the day. Does that make
I
sense?
feel like he used to be a little more popular back in the day.
I
But
mean, the Five Nights at Freddy thing was super
yeah.
popular. That's what really got him on the map, and people loved that shit.
Hmm.
I think my uncle actually introduced me to his particular channel, and it wasn't his channel; it was just those particular videos. And then I was like, "Oh, this guy's kind of funny. I'm actually gonna check out more of his stuff." But yeah,
Nice.
okay. Um, so it got kind of quiet. Is Gigi and Trevor still there?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're
Was
still here.
that your answer?
No, that wasn't my answer. I was just wondering because I heard a lot of humming and then suddenly it stopped, like background noise, and all I could hear was
Oh.
Hannah. So I was just making sure. Anyway, no, my
Oh,
answer. Sorry.
I was letting you do your answer.
Oh, sorry. Well, Hannah, are you done with yours?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay, sorry. Yeah. So for me, I got onto the YouTube scene or watched videos. I don't know, but it was somewhere around like 2012. It was definitely like high school. And the person that I watched the most back in the day was Joe Santagato, and he's like basically, I don't know how to describe his channel, but his basically his videos were just him standing in front of a camera and like making fun of like other people, and he was, or sometimes he would come up with his own like original ideas or like things that people his age could relate to. And he's like, I think he's like around like 5 or 6 years older than me, so like I could kind of relate to him and some of the things that he was saying, a lot of the things, and he was just super funny. And I think for me, the reason I liked him so much was just because he was super like genuine, and everything that he was saying was kind of, obviously a lot of it was a joke, but like there's a lot of people on YouTube that are really like, they put on like this character, this persona that's not really who they are. And
Mm.
I feel like he was always, or is always, because I still watch his videos today, but he's just always been like really genuine and like just real with people, and like he was never like fake or anything like that. But he was just super funny, and back in the day, me and one of my best friends, we would watch his videos like every time we had like a sleepover or anything, because they were just so funny to us. And nowadays, I still watch his videos, but he doesn't do the same thing anymore. He's obviously matured a little more now. He does a lot of, he has his own podcast. It's called The Basement Yard, and he does it with another famous internet person, and they work really well together. They do a lot of, they just talk about like the randomest stuff. They don't have any kind of topic or anything. They just kind of riff off each other and just go with the flow. So I think they have really good chemistry. And I've just always admired his ability to just be so genuine with his audience. And you know, he's just a straight up guy. Um, as for today, I don't know if he's still my favorite. He's definitely up there still, but I mean, I've definitely watched a lot of different YouTube videos, obviously, and subscribed to many other channels. And I think my favorites tend to vary. Another one that kind of stood out to me. Where is it? I wrote it down somewhere. Okay, yeah. So there's this other guy that I've followed for quite some time. His name is Andrew Hales, and he does more of like the prank videos. And
Hmm.
I think for me, the reason I like him so much is because his stuff is always authentic. I feel like a lot of prank videos are most of the time fake. or staged. His are very also genuine, and he's just a genuine guy. And I really like his attitude because he's really like kind of like nonchalant about everything, and he's super like laid back, and but also has a really cool personality. And so when he was first starting, he did a lot of those prank videos, and or he liked to call them like social experiments, where he'd just do like random awkward stuff to like random strangers, and it was usually like at college universities because that's like the best place to do it. And then more recently, he got into doing, I guess they're considered podcasts, but he does what he calls the videos are called chatting with, and then what he does is he just takes like random strangers. Usually they're people that he doesn't know, and then also people that have something special or unique about them. Like one of them was it sounds kind of silly, but one of them was actually a former porn star. And then like another one was he interviewed a transgender woman, so someone that transitioned from a man to a woman, and like an ex-convict and all sorts of different things. And I really admire those videos because it shows like a different side of people, and shows it's sort of like a way to educate yourself, because obviously they're not going to have all the answers about everything, but they have their own life experiences, and it's really cool to see kind of firsthand what they've dealt with in their lives. And I really respect him for doing that, and sort of giving people a chance to speak their minds. So it's a really cool thing to check out, because you just get to hear about some things that you didn't know even existed.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know if he's my favorite now. I kind of want to stick with Joe Santagato, just because he's like the OG for me.
Yeah.
So I'm probably gonna stick with him. But to be honest, I haven't watched much of his videos lately, just because I've been into this other guy. Um, but yeah, I
This guy
mean,
named Man Bear Pig, he's got like some real cool stuff.
Doing his own plug-in right here.
yeah. No, but I like Andrew Hales a lot. His channel is called it's an acronym. It's called LAWF. So it's LAHWF, and it stands for Losing All Hope Was Freedom, and it's a line from Fight Club, I believe.
Did
But
you watch a lot of like prank videos back when you were really into his stuff, or?
I watched a lot of his. His were my favorite, just because I did feel like his were the most genuine. I also watched, God, what was that guy? Big Doss TV. He was,
Okay.
I liked his videos too. And then there's,
I was just gonna see if you knew about there's this channel called J Stu Studios,
yeah, I
and
used to watch them.
I went to high school with those guys.
No kidding.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
the main guy on that was actually in my grade, and we grew up going to high school together, and it's funny watching his videos because it's like watching stuff from back home because
Yeah,
he still lives back where we lived, so it was just like, oh man,
yeah, that's cool.
some people, small world.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I liked
Yeah.
their videos too. Sometimes they would get a little too crazy for me.
Oh, I
Um,
know, it's nuts.
Yeah, and like I don't know, it's just it made me uncomfortable. Not that it wasn't good, but it just like some of the situations they're just so awkward. It's like, oh man, I can't handle this.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I respect what they do. They too. They were definitely some of my favorites when I was like in high school.
It's so interesting.
Yeah, that's mine.
Okay. So, for me, um, I got into YouTube kind of right when it started, but I was sort of like against it. If that makes sense. I already had like a website I was kind of devoted to. Has anyone ever heard of eBaum's World?
No.
No,
No. Yeah, no one has. So, um,
You just aged
just Trevor.
yourself.
that was kind of my thing. My friend Nick, he's like, "Oh, have you heard of YouTube?" I'm like, "No." So I kind of got into that, and I didn't really have a favorite like right when I started watching. It was just kind of like I subscribed to a bunch of like different people, and like I said, I didn't have a favorite, and they were mainly like let's plays of games, usually like Call of Duty or Battlefield. Um, there are two that stood out for me. Um, the Rad Brad,
Hmm.
he
Oh
does a
yeah.
let's play. Um, he didn't do like the just online multiplayer matches type shit. He does single player stuff. He's just some guy from Georgia, and I really liked his style. He would mainly be quiet during cutscenes, so like you can, experience the game and not him.
Hmm.
But while the game wasn't in a cutscene, like he would talk and like you just kind of like shoot the shit, sort of. Like he seemed like a really chill guy.
Hmm.
Um, and then the second one is why am I blanking? I didn't write this one down. Oh, the Angry Video Game Nerd. Has anyone heard of it?
No.
No,
Heard of
okay.
it.
So,
I feel like I've heard of it. Yeah.
Yeah.
when he's still going, in fact, the Rad Brad is still going as well. But when the Angry Video Game Nerd just started, he kind of focused more on like the old video games, like Atari, Nintendo, Dreamcast, like that stuff. Like he wouldn't touch anything later than I think like the N64.
Hmm.
But I mean, there are only so many games that you can play that are, before the N64. So I think he's
Yeah.
branched out, not to mention he does like movie reviews and sort of like, uh, I guess like Let's Plays, just like sit down and just watch him play something real quick. Uh, I don't, I don't really watch YouTube anymore. So if I had to pick a favorite now, I would actually go with Kyle, Manbear Pig, 66.
What?
Oh yeah. Plug.
Yeah,
Talk about that plug, Joe.
yeah.
Plug it in. Plug it
Do
in.
tell.
Who's this Madman Pig?
I like his style. Kyle doesn't have a whole lot of videos out yet, but I like his style that he's done so far. Like he'll incorporate humor. And just watching his Dead Rising Let's Play, like I got anxious when he was trying. Like he had a goal in mind of getting every survivor back to the whatever you call it,
The
the
safe house.
station,
Yeah.
safe house. And like I would get nervous because like the AI wasn't exactly great, and they'd just start dying, and I'm like, holy shit, you dumb shit, just like run past the zombie.
Yeah.
So, um, yeah, uh, that's kind of my YouTube thing. It's definitely changed. I used to be, well, first it was against YouTube, and then like I would watch a ton of YouTube, and now I'm back to like I'm not against it, but I don't really do that anymore because I have so many of my own things that I have going
Hmm.
on.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like I don't have
Medium
time
YouTube.
to, yeah, I don't have time to watch really.
Yeah.
So that's my answer.
Yeah.
Well, I appreciate the shout out.
Yeah, no problem.
LOL. Now it's my turn.
Yes, Gigi.
Okay.
Enlighten us.
So, um, when I first started watching YouTube, it was more for like the parody songs. So like pretty much people making fun of like the songs that were hip at the time.
Yeah.
So I think it was Niga Higa, something like that. And they were like two best friends that lived in Hawaii, I think, at the time. I don't know, but they always were constantly making like parody songs. Um, they're the only people I thought of. And then well, I should say this is second person I thought of that I watched a lot of. Um, and the first person is now considered very what do you say? Now he's very controversial. And that's Shane Dawson.
Oh
I
yeah.
started watching him when he first came out, and he started doing YouTube on like his phone or like a camera, and then uploading later. He did skits. He mostly focused on doing skits, um, and the reason I really liked it was because he would always somehow create this world of characters and have you involved in the story, but at the end there was always like maybe not like a life lesson, but like a happy lesson at the end of it. Like even though your life sucks now, it's always brighter on the other side, but like a little less cliche. Um, but his videos always made me laugh, and I think that may have gotten to him later on in his career, where he was always trying to top himself, trying to be more out of bounds, pushing the boundaries, um, doing things that wouldn't normally be okay or shouldn't ever be okay.
Mm.
Um, and I'm not saying I supported those videos, but general, like when he did do a good video, it was more so to do it out of comedy rather than like attack someone.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Um, And then he got into like this really weird thing where he was doing a podcast. And I think that's where the pressure really got to him because he was inviting other YouTubers and other stars to kind of join him. And then he would do something to make them uncomfortable. And like, I just kind of was like, I don't like this anymore. So I stopped watching him.
Huh.
And then like, he started doing like really weird videos of like trying as seen on TV products and like very gimmicky stuff. And I was not really into it. And then last year, I think, he came out with his documentary series where he was going and exploring like other people's lives, and like he's always mentioned how he wanted to do film, and he did make one film which was equal, and I watched it and it was good. And like he started doing his documentary series, and that's when I started watching him again, and like really got into it. I got Trevor to watch it with me. Like the way he films, the way he tells the story is so, I don't know, intriguing. Like it just keeps you wanting to watch more, and so he got very popular with the series. And his most popular series was the one with Jeffree Star, and he got recognized a lot for those videos. And it just sucks that now that when he's finally getting recognized for being his filming style and his editing, um, people are bringing up videos that he made like 10 plus years ago,
Mm.
and it's kind of dragging him down. And like being a fan of his for so long, it kind of sucks to see happen because like when I started watching him, I was like in high school, maybe middle school, and like the jokes was making to me were just like funny at the time because like everyone made those jokes. Um, like the thing that made me think of was like I remember being at band rehearsal and my conductor was like, every time you guys mess up, you guys are killing a kitten," and like that was the kind of dark humor Shane Dawson had. It was like you're killing a kitten kind of thing, and then I don't know. Now that it's coming back up, obviously it doesn't make sense. Like, why would you ever think that would be funny? You know?
Yeah.
Um, I think the unfortunate thing for him was that all his mistakes were filmed, and now people are able to see that and put it out there for the rest of the world to see.
Yeah.
Um, and then for me, I think it's really hard because I obviously don't support any of his bad choice decisions that he made, but at the same time, like, it's about change and it's about being able to accept someone if they change.
Mm.
And like I said before, he's apologized for most of those videos, and then recently he made another apology video for it. And Trevor asked me what I thought of it, and I said it was good, but it was not meant for me because I'm not the one that he offended. I'm not the one that he upset. So it's more for those people that are still upset or offended if they want to forgive him.
Mm-hmm.
But I think that people need to realize that some people do make mistakes.
Most people,
Oh
not
yeah,
all.
every people.
Yeah.
And it's about if they learn from them, which I believe he has, and he's changed his content for the better and hasn't made poor choices in his content since then. It's just if people recognize that change.
Yeah.
True.
And I think
Yeah.
I think for people, especially that are internet famous or anything like that, like even some of the smallest mistakes that they've made, even if it's not something that's like even super controversial, a lot of people seem to focus on that and that
Yeah.
only, and none of the
Yeah.
positives. And I mean, sometimes those people are right because I mean, someone could do something really bad, and it's like, well, you know, you can't really come back from that.
Yeah.
But I mean, if you see someone who's making the effort to do better and to be a better person, it's just kind of a shame when you see people just always remind them of all the shitty stuff that they've done.
Yeah.
Yeah, like a different medium. James Gunn.
Yep.
Yeah.
They pulled him from Guardians of the Galaxy, even though that was what, like 10 years ago or something like that.
Yeah.
Hmm.
And like obviously you can see that he's grown since then, and I think he already came out with an apology, and people were still upset about a choice he made 10 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think it's just a matter of the times changing and how it seems to me at least that the world is just super sensitive now. Like
Yeah.
everything is offensive.
Yeah.
So it's almost like too late for anybody who's made a mistake already because,
Yeah.
obviously, stuff from 10 years ago can come up and ruin your career. But
Yeah.
I think it's also a good lesson for anybody who's trying to get into it or new YouTubers and stuff. They can kind of see that example and be like, okay, everything that I'm doing now is being filmed. Everything
Yeah.
has a place somewhere where someone can find it. So
Yeah.
it makes it better for the future generation to, be better, but it's almost tragic for the people that had to sacrifice to be part of that change.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So,
But I just want to add on to that, just for the sake of comedy, because I absolutely love comedy. If you're going to, I guess, put someone else down for what they've said, like you gotta understand, like either everything is on the table or not.
Yeah.
Because no matter what subject it is, someone's gonna find it offensive.
Mm-hmm.
So either we can't joke about anything ever, or you could joke about anything. And like, sure, like if you're being racist or whatever, like it's not cool, but like you need to find your audience, I think.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like if you can't joke about something, then how can you joke about anything?
Right.
That's why it's such a hot topic.
It is.
Yeah. It
That's why
really
it's
is.
so sensitive.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good stuff.
So controversial.
Yeah.
All right.
Uh,
Hannah?
yeah. My question steers away from YouTube.
Good.
It is. Hang on, there's a police car going by.
They're coming to get you.
They want to join
Ah,
the
shoot, they
questions.
found me. They found that tweet I did 10 years ago. I did not do any tweet. I didn't even have a Twitter till like a year ago. So
I'm not
It
on the
wasn't
tweets.
me.
What's a tweet? Is that the sound a bird makes? Anyways, my question is if you were born into the Star Wars universe during any time you want to choose, and suddenly found out that you were force sensitive, what would be your next step?
Okay, so for my answer, I said that I would try to find myself a Jedi Master, someone I can confide in, and someone that I can trust to give me all the knowledge I would need to be, pretty legit Jedi. I don't have to be the best, but I don't want all the attention. So, and then after I get all the information I feel like I need and all the training, I would be like, I don't need you anymore. Bye. And then I'd go off and I would use that power to protect people that I care about. Because here's the thing: Star Wars, the Jedi's, all that stuff, mostly in the prequels, all of it is so freaking corrupt. Because I feel like the fact that Jedis can't love, I think that's bullshit. I think a Jedi should be able to do whatever the hell they want, and I know there's more
Found
to
the
it.
Sith right here.
Yeah, I'm mannequin, y'all. but no, I just feel like if anything, I would kind of be like Qui-Gon Jinn if I were to be a Jedi, because he wasn't on the Jedi Council. Yeah, kind of has a good ring to it.
It does.
Jedi Master Man Bear Pig. But no, I feel
did
like
not grant you the ring, master.
how can you say that? It's unfair.
Perfect. Foggy.
Anyway, so yeah, I kind of always liked Qui-Gon Jinn's character because he was kind of like totally against the Jedi's rules, and he was like, nah, fuck that, I'm gonna do my own thing. And I just feel I kind of admired that sort of attitude, and I just feel like the Jedis in general, like, they were just really boring people, and they were like going through the motions and so focused on like all the politics and stuff, and never got to enjoy life. So and I feel like it doesn't have to be that way. Like, they always say like, oh, it's your destiny to not have fun and not have love in your life and not have any kind of connection to anybody. And I just think that's really flawed. So obviously I wouldn't become like corrupt in my mind and start becoming like a Sith Lord or any kind of Darth Vader or anything like that. But
Yeah, who would do that?
There's great Jedi.
Outrageous.
yeah. But I just feel like I would kind of isolate myself from that whole thing. I wouldn't really want to be friends with any other Jedi, and I probably wouldn't advertise the fact that I am a Jedi, because if I happen to live in the Clone Wars era, people would be killing me eventually, thanks to Order 66.
You get to choose the era that you live in.
Yeah, you can choose any era.
Oh, well.
I was about to ask that.
I want to.
Well, I would probably choose one I'm familiar with, so that would probably be either the Clone Wars or
Order 66,
or the Galactic, the Empire, whatever you call that era. I don't know if I mean, I guess the if I lived long enough to the point where I'm happy and it's before Order 66, I'm cool. Because after Order 66, the world really kind of fell to shit. The galaxy, I should say. So if I died like a few months before Order 66, that'd be cool. Then I can.
My life is complete.
Yeah, and I could still maybe possibly be a Force ghost, and I could just kind of laugh at everybody and be like, you guys are all fucked.
Do all that ghosty stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd be like in Anakin's dreams, like fucking with his head and shit or something. I don't know. But yeah, that would be me. I'd be the independent Jedi.
For hire.
Yeah, assassin.
Yeah.
Um,
I feel like that could be a movie. The Independent Jedi. You don't need no man.
there is in Knights of the Old Republic, there is a gray Jedi that you meet on Kashyyyk named Jolee, who I think he does it very well. Where he's not really for the Jedi, but he's not against them.
Hmm.
He's just sort of, he's living a life of solitude until you find him. But yeah.
That's cool. I really got to play those games.
Oh, man, they're so good.
I think I might get them on my computer or something.
And they're old, so like you don't need a whole lot of RAM or you don't need a high-end
Yeah.
graphics card to play it. Like you
Yeah.
can play it on your phone if you wanted to.
I can't do phone games like that. I don't know.
Yeah, I
It's
wouldn't
no
recommend
fun.
it,
Yeah.
but it's possible.
I've
Playing The
tried.
Witcher on a Switch.
Yeah. Okay. First thing I thought of was a joke answer. So I would be fighting in the Clone Wars, and then I said I'll stop myself from being shot accidentally by using the Force, and that's how I learned I'm Force sensitive. But then Order 66 happens,
Oh my god.
and then I'm gunned down by people who I thought were on my side.
Fuck.
But
Too little, too late.
yeah.
Yeah, seriously.
What is this power? And then pew pew pew.
Now that's a good movie right there.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
The
want a movie
quick
about
Jedi.
that.
The like iconic Star Wars theme starts playing. It's like da 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 da, and then you just get shot.
But
End
like,
credits.
they still turn it into a trilogy.
There's like a record scratch in between there, and then the Cantina theme starts playing.
Okay, and then being a huge fan of the Knights of the Old Republic, I would love to live in that era, back before like being a Jedi really meant, just being as balanced as possible.
Hmm.
Like back then, it was just survive. Like sure, times were pretty much the same, but they were a little different. I don't know. I like the Old Republic era. And then I guess find out what I would do after becoming Force sensitive. I would probably fly myself to Dantooine or something, assuming they still had a Jedi Order there, or maybe I don't know, Coruscant or something. Just get with other Jedi because learning the Force by yourself would be super hard. I mean,
Yeah.
just look at Luke Skywalker. Like he didn't even fucking know he was a Jedi until he was what, like
45.
early 20s or something like that.
Pretty much, yeah.
Like he had to be told, "Hey, this is a lightsaber. You know the Force.
You're a
Deal with
Jedi.
it. Yeah, go train with this old decrepit monster thingy."
Yeah. Little green
So,
sack
I mean-
of.
He just wanted some power converters.
Yeah, I just wanted to go into Mos Eisley with my friends. Anyway, definitely find other Jedi, and I think I would stick to the light side. Maybe trying to find that balance. I don't know if I would go the way of the Kyle.
Of the Kyle?
The
Yeah,
Kyle.
of the Kyle.
Whoa.
Being the gray Jedi.
Yeah, because you'll never be as good as me.
No, can't top
Or is
that. Darth Bear Pig.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Breathing sounds like a pig.
Oh,
Oh no.
And then, like, as he activates his lightsaber, it's like a pig squeal.
Well,
God.
you gotta throw a bear in there at some point.
That's when you're deactivating your lightsaber.
It's just a
Jesus.
big bear.
Yeah.
Is that a pig? No, it's just him lighting his
Yeah.
But yeah, I would definitely choose the Old Republic era.
Nice.
Back when things were simple.
Simple but effective.
Yeah.
Okay. So for me, I I said I suppose I would go into Jedi training. I don't know
Suppose.
what that meant, but that's what I put. But
Right
with
away.
my luck, I'd probably end out becoming a Sith.
What do you mean, no cookies?
Pretty much. I just imagine like how
Outrageous.
frustrated I got at school. Like I would get that way during Jedi training, and then I probably become like more or less. I was like I probably become like Anakin. Like they're gonna keep denying me like any promotions.
Advancement.
Yeah, and then I'm gonna get to the point where like, no, fuck you guys.
It's
I'm taking
unfair.
it out.
It's unfair. This is outrageous. How can you
Yeah.
say that?
Take a seat, young Gigi.
And I throw the seat at him. It's great.
And then she just goes to like some daycare and then just
Oh,
slaughters
Oh
everyone.
my god, no! I would not kill young.
All the younglings.
It can't be.
Master
Anyway,
Gigi, there's too many of them. What are we gonna do?
And then she throws out a line for Watchmen. I'm not locked in here with you. You're locked in here with me.
Jesus.
You gonna die a hero? Or you live long enough to see yourself become the villain?
God.
They're
anyway.
like,
Gigi, continue.
Yes. That was pretty much my answer.
Oh, okay.
what would be your
Dark side.
Sith name?
Dark side. I already know.
She knows.
It'll be
It's
Darth
her,
Darth
short stack.
it will be your destiny.
Would you have like a Palpatine-esque master? Because the Sith is always two.
She would be
No,
Palpatine.
she hates Palpatine.
Yeah, it gotta be Anakin or no one else.
Anakin as your master?
Yes.
Oh God.
It's not a bad,
I feel sorry
bad
for you.
trade-off.
He'll cry. I'll cry. It's just fine.
He'll slaughter you in your sleep or something. Be careful.
I probably was asking for
Master
it. I
and
don't know.
apprentice just bawling their eyes out,
Yeah.
eating ice cream.
He'll just try to pick fights
Dude,
with you all the
everything you're
time.
That's when she told me that I was breaking her heart.
You turned against me!
And then I went, no.
And I always have sand in my pocket just in case he tries
Just throw
something.
sand in his face.
Fucking say it.
Yeah. Sand.
I'm gonna throw some dirt in your eye. There's our one Spider-Man thing for the week.
Hey.
Oh
We
my
got it in there.
Oh my god, Kyle.
Oh my god.
Tobey Maguire would be the perfect Sith. Master.
Yeah. Tobey Maguire, come on the show, please.
You'd be a Darth tap dance
Oh my god.
Oh.
or Darth jazz hands.
We'll make you
Jazz hands.
we'll make you cookies. It'll be great.
Yeah. I'll
Don't make me so
sure to have some milk.
Do you have any nuts?
Oh man. All right.
I did want to ask though, Gigi, on yours, when did you find out that you had, when were you force sensitive? Like, did you find out pretty early? Did you find out later? Do you know that
was
part?
gonna say later, but it'd be more. The reason I would know is I was like, I didn't think of like a scenario, like really, but it was more like probably out of anger, I would do something to someone. That would be my guess. I'd be like, oh, shit.
Like, Bringing it full circle back to Trevor's original, no cookies!
Yeah.
Pretty much. Yeah.
Did I ever tell you the story of Darth Gigi?
I like how he's like old Jewish Obi-Wan Kenobi. Did I ever tell you the story? It was on the day of my daughter's wedding.
Oh God.
All right, all
There were
right.
no cookies.
Let's bring it back. Let's bring it back.
So my answer to this question, I think as far as the eras, my favorite Star Wars era is the Clone Wars. There's just like so much going on. So I would definitely live during like that time. I think I would find out I was force sensitive probably pretty early, but not like baby, like bringing the doctor around with the force or anything. It would be like, I feel like it would be more something like, since, there's war going on, there's obviously, people living in the streets. I think I would be like that little Aladdin kid or something that was just
God.
like in the streets. And like my way of finding out would be like, oh hey, like I need that piece of bread. Hey, that piece of bread came to me. Oh shoot. I think it would be pretty interesting too to be like sort of ducking and weaving anybody who was like recruiting around that time. Because obviously during that time you had like the Sith looking for Force wielders, and you also had Jedi looking for Force wielders as well.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it'd be interesting to like dodge and weave that and kind of just go like the gray Jedi route and kind of not have your like traditional Jedi master training or anything, but like just go off of street skills
Street
and
cred.
kind of street cred. So like all
Gangster.
of the abilities would be centered around, oh, you trained as a street kid, like you have all of that. It would be a different fighting style, obviously. It would be a different force wielding style, but it would still
Prison
be
rules.
effective because it was your own. Yeah.
Join the Space Crips.
Yes.
A gang of Jedi. That would be
I mean,
interesting.
like West Side Story style. I think I would still stay on like the good light side and kind of just help out who I could, like other people on the street, or if I saw somebody getting mugged or something, I'd intervene or whatever. But yeah, I think I would go like the gray Jedi route and not play for one or the other sides, but just kind of play my own side.
Yeah, I think the Grey Jedi in general kind of lean towards light side. Not to the point where like they're actively helping out other people, but like they'll lend a hand whenever it's needed.
Yeah, they just got like a moral compass that they sort
Yeah.
of follow. So I think I would go that route. Join those
Nice.
space crypts.
Yeah.
I think we should all join them.
Yeah.
That'd be fun.
I will kill them.
He had it coming. Different musical.
All right. So now we're on my question, and pretty simple. Who is your favorite duo of all time?
Okay.
Duo.
Mine, Gigi was trying to guess mine, and
Yeah.
it took a while, but she was on the right track. For me, it's Doc Hammer and Jackson Public,
I
which
knew.
you have never heard of them. Hannah's heard of them?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, they are the creators behind the Venture Brothers.
I'm so excited you can hear it
Oh.
in his voice.
Yeah. Yeah, oh man.
Oh,
Okay,
yeah. Oh,
so
Ooh.
guys.
for this question, they came to mind pretty quickly.
Mhm.
I love the Venture Brothers. That's like I obsess over a couple things every now and then, but this thing kind of takes the cake. Like,
Cake.
Yeah, we all know you love
I would
cake.
watch this show. Yeah, I would give up cake
Whoa!
if it meant the show
Whoa.
kept going.
Really?
Wow.
Forever?
Yeah, forever.
Wow.
Well, you know, if it went on for like another 10 seasons or something, but like kept the quality, I would give up cake for life.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's huge.
This show has everything I'm looking for. It has like the nerd humor. It has very good continuity. It has very awesome dialogue. The plot lines. There's humor. There's action. I love the show. My friend Nick turned me on to that.
Ooh, yeah, I did.
Pretty much like right at the beginning.
Jesus.
God damn it, JD. I didn't watch the pilot. I came in on technically the first episode, not the pilot. But then I rewatched the pilot. I would watch it, have it recorded, and then watch it again immediately afterwards.
Gee.
Because it's
Wow.
one of those shows where like you will miss something on your first view.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And they do so many callbacks. The continuity is just off the charts on this. So like even watching it a second, third time, you might miss some things. So I've seen seasons 1 through 5 probably like 5 times each. And then seasons 6 and 7 being more recent, I've probably seen them like 2, 3 times each. I
Doesn't Doc Hammer voice somebody on that show?
Yeah, they do most of the work.
That's what I thought. I just couldn't
Um,
remember exactly who.
Doc Hammer, he does Dr. and Mrs. the Monarch, which was originally done by Jackson Public. He also does 21 and I believe 24, and I mean, it's just them. They do most of the writing and a lot of the voices. That's why it kind of takes so long in between seasons.
Hmm.
Like normally, you know, for a TV show, especially an animated, it might take like a year and a half or so. But these guys take like 4 or 5 years in between seasons just
Damn.
to make sure the quality is up there.
Yeah.
And
Wow.
it shows. Like that show keeps getting better and better with each season.
So they're still doing it.
They're still doing it, yeah.
Oh. So
Yeah.
there's a possibility you still would give up cake.
If it meant keeping the show going at the quality it's at, then yeah.
Yeah.
We're gonna look at Trevor like 5 years from now. He's gonna have like a full-on six-pack, but he's still
Yeah.
watching Venture Brothers.
Yeah.
Like, dang, he did give up cake.
Yeah. Good for him.
Do that.
Like, I don't even exercise, just the fact that I gave up cake as someone can shave again.
Yeah. It's just made you so like muscular.
Yeah.
That's how it works, right?
Pretty much.
Pretty sure.
Yeah, that's my answer.
Cool. I should give that show a shot.
That's good. I've seen it twice now. 2 or
All the
3
way
times.
through?
Yeah.
You've
Stuck
only seen
somewhere in the
season
middle.
7 once.
Yeah. So I've seen 1 through 6, at least 1 through 5 at least twice.
Yeah.
Okay, so my answer, I picked Abby and Alana from Broad City. I picked them because, I mean, there's always comedy duos. The first people that came to mind were Fred and Carrie from Portlandia.
Oh my
Um,
gosh.
And I think they're hilarious. But I picked Abby and Alana mostly because they're both women comedians. And this show first started off, I think they said on YouTube or maybe like a web series, and they actually got it picked up by a TV studio and started to make the show. And I feel like I can relate to them both. They're like two sides of my personality. Right, Abby is the people pleaser. She's always trying to be the, I don't know, cautious one, the adult of the relationship between the two of them. And then Alana is the more of like, I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna do what I want. I want to get high. I want to have fun. And like, I don't know. I feel like I can relate to both of them in a sense. And I like the show a lot, and I find it very hilarious.
Nice.
I don't think I've ever watched that show.
Same.
Decent show.
What was
I
it?
don't know if Anna would like it though. Broad
was-
City.
Broad City.
Broad City.
Yeah.
It's on Hulu, isn't it? Yeah.
Gotcha. I'll have to give that one a shot.
Yeah.
For my favorite duo, it's no surprise. It is Gigi and Trevor. No, I'm kidding.
I was like, Lilo and Stitch.
That is a pretty good duo, though.
That was good.
Oh.
Yeah, that's a pretty good duo, but not my favorite. My favorite is Ellie and Joel from The Last of Us.
Cute.
Yeah. I really like the dynamic between both of them and how it's evolved through both games. Especially like how it evolves in the first one from him basically looking at her like cargo, not even addressing her by name or anything.
Yeah.
And then by the end of it, he's like full on dad mode.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
must protect.
Yeah.
And I also like how challenging it is between them because she's very, she's very open, not open-minded, but like she speaks her mind.
Mhm.
And even though she's like a 14-year-old kid in the first game, she'll straight up tell him how it is. And I like how it sort of evolves them as people and evolves their relationship. And it also presents challenges for both of them that I find really intriguing. And of course, the second game obviously furthers that, but we won't get into that because no spoilers.
Yes,
Yes.
please, no spoilers.
But yeah, they are my favorite duo. I think the thing I love about them most is the evolution of their relationship and how kind of real and raw it is, but at the same time how much care and love is in it.
Hmm.
Yeah. But what about that story arc between Joel and Sarah?
Fuck.
The one that lasted like 7 minutes.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Oh,
Damn.
everybody cried, man.
Yeah, seriously.
Everybody
Yeah,
cried.
I felt that.
Yeah.
Everyone wept. Oh.
Yeah.
In this essay, we will discuss.
Yeah, for me, like, it was obviously it's something the writers intended, but you have this certain like immediate sympathy for Joel just because of what happens at the very beginning of the game.
Yeah.
So when you get to Ellie, or when Joel gets to Ellie and starts to get to know her a little more, it's like one of those things. It's like you're really rooting for it. For me, I was always rooting for it, and I recently replayed the first game, kind of in preparation for the second one, and I forgot how good the character development is between the two, and how and just like I'm playing the game and I'm like, okay, but when is Joel gonna start treating her like like his own, and when you see it happen, it's just like, oh man, this is what I've been waiting for. Like, this is who they just kind of belong together, it feels like, and
Yeah.
it's a really sweet relationship that they have.
Yeah. So sweet.
Yeah. Okay. So for mine, I couldn't actually answer my own question, which is silly.
Right.
Oh boy.
Well, I mean, I will obviously, but I couldn't narrow it down to one because
So he
I
has
didn't.
5.
I have. Let's see how many I have on the list.
Sony and PS5. Is that what you were gonna say?
The PS4 controller and my hands.
It's better than something else in your hand.
Oh.
God.
There it is.
So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14,
Wait.
15,
What?
Are you
16.
serious?
I'm not going to name them all. I mean, I could just list them off, but I'm not going to. Those are just the ones that I came up with, and then I tried to narrow it down.
Wow, I
So
thought you were kidding.
no.
Same.
So
Shoot.
I still can't narrow it down, so I'm going to name off 3, and I won't go into it that much because there's 3 of them. But so one of them is, you're not gonna know it by name, but they're in the band Alice in Chains, and it's Jerry Cantrell and Lane Staley, and they're just a really good writing duo for that band, and one of my favorites, because I feel like they just have that they have really good chemistry as musicians, and it really shows in the height of their career in the band. And they wrote a lot of songs about pretty dark stuff. I mean, most of it was about drug addiction, and some of it was about heartbreak and all the 90s grunge stuff you can think of. But I just feel like those two, I feel like that band in general did it best. I feel like they just, I feel like they go above and beyond what Nirvana ever was. And Nirvana is just so like commercially popular. It's kind of frustrating because I feel like Alice in Chains was always the better band. But anyway, and then I just feel like that those two as a duo, it was like the Lennon and McCartney of the 90s. John Lennon, Paul McCartney, the Beatles.
Yeah.
Ooh, just kidding.
Well, I don't know, because I think Hannah said she doesn't listen to the Beatles, right?
Not really, no. I know their stuff, but I choose not to listen.
I choose.
La 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 la.
Blows my mind. Anyway, another duo that I picked was actually John Lennon and Paul McCartney for pretty much the same reasons. I feel like they just had one of, if not the best, songwriting talents ever, in my opinion. I feel like the Beatles, as a band, they weren't super like. I mean, some of their stuff was experimental for sure, but but I just feel like for me, it's just the chemistry was really what sold it, and their music is just, because of their chemistry, it's just timeless, and it's going to be for generations, for what I think is going to be just forever, always. And I just really admire their abilities, and them together is just perfect. And then I'll do one comedy. I picked for a comedy Simon Pegg and Nick Frost. They are
Nice.
they did Shaun of the Dead and Hot Fuzz, and At World's End was the other one that they did, and they were also in a movie called Paul with Seth Rogen, and that movie was pretty good. But I just love they really work really well together, and they're just really funny, and they kind of introduced me sort of to that British humor, and really just some of my favorite. And anything that they're in, I'll watch it, even if it's just one of them. But I like them together better. I just feel like they're kind of a package deal. They should be, because they work really well together. And yeah. So yeah, those are, I'll just say those.
Kyle, if you like British humor, you should try The Office.
Oh my gosh.
Oh man.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wasn't Simon Pegg in The Boys on Amazon?
Was he? Oh yeah. He's the
He was
dad.
the dad, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's
I
also-
was just trying to remember what I recently saw him in, and I just recently did a rewatch of The Boys, and I was like, that's Simon Pegg, holy shit.
The Boys is a nickname for my balls, just so you guys know.
Oh my
Oh
god.
my god. It's a nickname for my boobs too. It's fine.
Wouldn't it be the girls though, or do you think they're boys?
Hey,
The
it's my
gals, the
body, my
ladies?
choice.
Yeah, all right, fair enough. Fair enough.
Gigi, I thought they were the Gilmore Girls.
Oh gosh.
That's just my initials.
So some honorable mentions. I'll just say their names: Scooby Doo and Shaggy,
Yes.
R2D2, C3PO, David Spade and Chris Farley,
Oh
Ooh,
yeah.
that's
Nice.
a good one.
Will Ferrell and John C. Reilly, Walter White and Jesse Pinkman,
Yes.
Michael Scott and Dwight Schrute,
Oh my god.
Kramer and Newman,
Yes.
and Larry David and Jerry Seinfeld.
I feel like Seinfeld makes it into all of our podcasts too.
It should,
Unfortunately.
for good
It
reasons.
should. I have no problem with it. I just feel
Gigi
like
does.
Yawn.
I'm gonna mute everything that you said bad about Seinfeld, Gigi.
It sucks.
Yeah.
Like I feel like with this question there was so many obvious routes to go to, like Batman and Robin.
Yeah,
and
I
stuff
was
like
thinking
that.
Batman Robin. Yeah.
But I also will say that Rick and Morty is probably, or the
Oh, yeah.
not Rick and Morty, but the original Marty and Doc are my favorite.
Yeah.
I was
It's
gonna
just-
put Marty and Doc. Yeah.
It's really weird, their relationship.
It's
Just
so
like-
weird.
This high
It's so
school
weird.
kid and like some old ass fucking scientist, like experimental scientist.
Yeah.
Like, how did that start?
Yeah,
That's
they never
heavy,
tell
Doc.
you. He
They
just
don't.
happens to be friends with him, and you're like, why?
Yeah,
Shouldn't
Yeah.
we question this?
They have a prequel.
and like not only that, but like he's showing off his experiment, and then fucking Marty's just going along with it. Like he doesn't really give a fuck.
Yeah.
It's your deck. I'll drive that car.
Not until the terrorists come.
Yeah.
Oh man,
Okay.
good question.
All right, let's finish this up.
My question: you are forced out of the U.S. with the government paying for your relocation. Canada and the British Isles do not want you. Where do you move to? Go.
Uranus.
Oh
Good one.
Okay. So I said Portugal. I said
It's so small.
I know, but it's very similar to Mexico. I don't think the crime is as bad as Mexico. So I said similar culture, very family based, friend oriented. And then I did some research on it, and apparently it has affordable health care, and
Nice.
that they have a slow pace of life, so it's more focused on relaxation, which relaxation and like family friend oriented, so they're more giving to having time off to spend with your friends and family.
That's
which I would
perfect for
also-
you.
Yeah, which I would appreciate. So I said Portugal.
I feel
Nice.
like all the old people would move there because it's about relaxation.
Yes, and I like Portuguese food.
Never had it.
My best friend's Portuguese, so I would go to her family events. And I would eat the food. It's good. It's close to Mexican food. Very similar.
Yeah,
Quesadillas.
that'd be good. Quesadilla sounds good right now.
It does.
Ice cream sounds good.
But quesadilla. Sorry, Hannah.
Good. For my answer, I said Australia, mate,
Oh, down under.
because I had to do some research because I was like, is it part of the British Isles? But I found that it is not, nor has it ever been part of the British Isles.
It's not even
So
close to
I'm
it.
heading down south.
Yeah, down under.
Down under.
Yeah, you
Danger
said that,
noodles.
Gigi.
I
Oh
know.
yeah, all the danger noodles.
With the Joeys.
Yeah.
But yeah, I love the accent, obviously. I love the scenery. I've always wanted to go there just to see like the Sydney Opera House and do
Yeah.
like scuba diving with the
hunky
sea
fin.
turtles, with the sea turtles.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I'd probably find myself a man down there, settle in.
Settle in. You're my man now. We're settling.
Go hunt me some crocodiles, mate.
Yeah, hunt some crocodiles, pick up the accent real easy, put some shrimp on the barbie. We'd be good.
You know, Hannah, I'm surprised you didn't choose Mother Russia.
That was second choice.
I just wanted the Russian accent on the podcast.
I just needed it.
Yeah.
That was actually like my backups in case there was any like fight about Australia. Like, oh, I forgot about that. You can't go there either.
Yeah.
My backups were Russia, Antarctica, or Madagascar.
Nice.
Antarctica. That's a tough one.
Antarctica. Yeah,
Hey.
I'll live in an igloo.
Yeah.
Penguin homies. That'd be
On
good.
average, they are the smartest continent.
Because all they do is read.
No, because they're mainly scientists.
Yeah, I was gonna say scientists,
Ah,
right?
jeez.
Gigi.
Scientists and
Yeah,
penguin
Gigi.
homies.
Penguin
Yeah.
homies.
They're polar bears.
Cute.
They're the ones teaching the
In
scientists.
Madagascar, I'd just love to move it, so I'd go down
Move
there.
Want to move it.
Oh man, I just got that.
Oh my god.
All right. So for mine, I've never really researched like other countries that much, so I had to do a little bit of digging, but I couldn't really pick one in particular, so I went with the one that seemed to be a favorite. I chose Switzerland. And I chose it because just looking at all the pictures, it looks really, really, really pretty over there. They seem to have like a really good dynamic of like all the seasons, and a lot of cool hiking spots up there, and it would just probably turn me into someone that would be very adventurous. And I don't believe Trevor said that we can't like visit certain countries. Did you? You just said we can't live
No,
there.
I didn't specify about that. No.
So Switzerland's pretty close to all the nice tourist spots in Europe. It's kind of right in the middle. So I would still go and visit. France is right next door. I can go to France. That's not part of the British Isles, but and then I would go to the British Isles just because it would probably feel a
Rub it in
little
Trevor's face.
familiar. Yeah. There's
I don't
my
live here.
loophole. But yeah,
Sounds like you like cheese.
huh?
Sounds like you like cheese.
I like cheese.
Why not
And
go
they
to
do
Switzerland
chocolate.
for the cheese
Cheese and chocolate.
or the chocolate? Yeah,
That's breakfast, lunch, and dinner there, right?
Yeah.
pretty much.
That would be so gross.
You don't have to wear. Is it Holland where you have to wear those clunky wooden shoes?
I have no
I
idea.
think it is.
Or Denmark?
Maybe.
Maybe Denmark. I don't
Maybe
know.
Denmark. Where they go, yeah, all the time.
Ja?
Well, that's German.
Eh.
with the clunky shoes.
With the ja.
Oh, ja,
That's
ja.
true. Oh, yeah.
Anyway, I looked at some of the pros and cons, and I didn't take it too seriously just because it's obviously a hypothetical question.
Wait. Did you type into Google pros and cons of moving to Switzerland?
Probably. I don't know. It was a while ago when I looked it up, but I probably did. I probably typed exactly that. So yeah, judge away, Hannah. Gosh.
That's what I did for Portugal. I didn't do pros and cons, but I said the benefits of living in Portugal.
Should I move here?
So some of the cons. One of them that I found that was interesting. Apparently, it's kind of common in some places in Europe. Is they all of their stores are closed on Sundays, and it's supposed to be like, because you're supposed to spend that day to relax and spend time with family and friends. And I thought that was actually kind of cool. I didn't think that was much of a con, because I mean, I don't know, I don't do that much.
Unless all of their stores are Chick-fil-A's, then I'd be real sad.
Well, aren't Chick-fil-A's closed on Sundays anyway?
Exactly. If every one of their stores is a Chick-fil-A.
Oh.
Anyway.
But yeah, I thought that was kind of an interesting fact. And I would take advantage of that for sure. I mean, I don't really do much on Sundays anyway. I go to the grocery store, but that's about it. I could do that on a Saturday if I had to. Yeah, exactly. So thanks a lot, Trevor, for changing my routine. But anyway, yeah, Switzerland.
Okay, I had two. First one is probably like oh, gee, Trevor, nice try. It's Germany.
Of course.
It makes it, yeah.
Yeah.
I kind of figured.
Yeah. Oh, geez, the tall white guy's going to Germany. Anyway, Germany is actually, they have their shit together. Like, they have their shit together pretty tightly. Like, if you read about Europeans saying, like, how punctual they are, like, in the UK, on time means, you know, like 5 minutes early or whatever. But in Germany, on time means on time. Like, if you're early, you're early. They're super punctual. And their GDP is actually like most of Europe combined. Like, they do a lot of production. They have the Autobahn. I already know some German. So it kind of seemed like a no-brainer. And then my second choice, if I wasn't going to Germany, was actually South Korea.
What?
Ooh.
Yeah, hear me out.
I'm all ears.
Korean is reportedly to be one of the easiest languages to learn. It's very simple. I didn't try very hard, but I spent like maybe 5 hours going over their language, and it did seem pretty simple. And they have a really fast, I think they have the fastest average internet speed in like per country. And it's at a
Nice.
really cheap price. Like, I'm talking like 400 megabits per second for like maybe $20 or $30 or something like that.
Huh.
And I figured if anyone actually treats their internet as a necessity, which, you know, in this day and age it is, they probably have their shit together too.
Yeah.
So, easy language to learn plus really good internet.
I
Nice.
knew it. I knew it.
I
What?
knew it.
Trevor is the biggest K-pop fan in the world, and he
Oh,
just wanted
totally,
to go
yeah.
there.
Yeah.
I think yeah, sounds about right.
Sounds like Trevor.
Definitely.
Oh God, that's the wrong thing.
I know. That's the only thing that came to mind.
K-pop.
Give it up, back K-pop. Give it up, back.
Skip it up, skip it.
See, that's the other thing. We have three things to make this podcast: Tobey Maguire Spider-Man, Seinfeld, and scatting.
Random
Yep.
scatting, my favorite. All right,
Now here's
so
the part of the podcast where we randomly scat.
I wish. No, we're at the part now where we talk about something positive for the week, something that happened to us, or something that we did or anything cool. So we'll start from Gigi and work our way down.
Okay. Well, this past weekend, or last 2 days, Trevor and I went on a drive to Astoria, stayed the night, and did a lot of sightseeing. Well, we saw the side of the ocean that we haven't gotten to. We went to the furthest point in Oregon, um, on the ocean side. That was cool. Yeah, so saw really cool views. We saw the sunset, so it was nice, and the weather was great.
Huh.
You
Nice.
went to just the tip. The tip of the word.
Yes.
Just the tip. Not a ton happened this week, but I did my first Twitch stream yesterday,
Whoa.
What?
You did?
What'd you play?
and I did.
What?
And I was trying to test it out, just to see what was going on, how to work out the bugs of everything. So I just played a little Last of Us 2 on there, and I was doing some Survivor Plus mode stuff. So it was difficult and challenging. One of my friends was watching and was commenting on the side, so it was pretty fun because it's just like gaming with other people, but they get to comment and you get to sort of like see the comments in real time and everything. So it was pretty cool.
Yeah, it's a live broadcast, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Cool.
that was fun.
You should invite us next time you do it.
Heck yeah.
Heck yeah.
Heck yeah.
Oh, frick yeah.
Oh my god.
God.
This is a PG-13 podcast.
Are you frigging kidding me?
Oh my god.
What the frick, Kyle?
Yeah,
Too
what the
much
frick is
power.
up, Kyle?
There's a show where they say frack all the time.
Oh,
Is it
That sounds familiar. Oh,
Battlestar Galactica?
No
Where they say frack? I think so. I don't know.
our one
I
fan
know
can
he
look it
is
up
a
for
thing.
us.
Yeah. Look it up, one fan.
Yes, please. Okay, so my one positive for the week, I actually bought a new car yesterday.
Woo!
It's not new, but it's new enough for
New
me.
to you.
Yeah, and it's a really nice car. Not to flex or anything, but I mean, I'm proud of it.
SUV.
no, it's not a Ford Flex.
No, it's not. But yeah, I was really, really looking forward to it. I've been saving up for a while, and I don't know, it felt really surreal driving it off the lot yesterday. It just was like one of those things where it happened, and I was like, wow, did that really just happen? That's awesome. And yeah, I just feel really like proud of myself, and it's one of those things where it's like, it's just a goal that I set forth and I actually achieved it. So I feel really good about it. So yeah.
That's awesome.
And it'll be a perfect road trip car. So yeah, good stuff.
It was one of the best feelings when I bought my car was they asked me like what color I wanted, which is such a cool thing to be like, oh, I want this color.
Yeah.
But then they were like, do you want this color by itself or do you want this color with the racing stripe? And I was like, racing stripe?
Ah,
Yeah.
It makes it go faster.
obviously.
does.
Yeah.
But I totally get that feeling of like, yeah, this is a new car I'm buying.
Yeah. It feels good to have a car. I know that's not going to fail me in 6 months or anything, Obviously it's going to have problems, but not if I take care of it. So it's good.
R.I.P. your old car that used to die in the middle of the street.
Yeah, that car is ancient history. It was better than I thought it would be, but man, dying at a red light, that actually like stopped my heart for a second every time, because I don't know. It was just a weird feeling not being able to drive when I'm on the road.
I'm in danger.
Yeah. Help me. Trevor?
Okay. Pretty much the same as Gigi's. Went to Astoria. Had we went to Rogue Brewery, and
Yeah.
was there something else? Was that the full title?
No, I think that's the full title.
Okay. To get to there, you had to drive on a dock.
Yeah.
Ooh.
A dock that's big enough for one car,
Yo.
and it curves, so like you can't even see if someone's coming. Anyway, we
It was
we didn't have
scary.
we didn't have any problems going to or from, but like, it's held up on like these old boards. But it had a really cool root beer float, really nice hamburger, a little pricey, but
It was good.
yeah.
It was worth it.
And like Gigi said, we had some really nice views. Went up to the column, saw Washington, saw the bridge, saw like this swamp ass part right next to Astoria.
Best part.
Yeah. And then just driving, like even driving back, we went towards Portland, so we were going like over mountains right away. Even that was nice. It was kind of like a tunnel of trees for
Yeah.
a lot of it. And I always appreciate those kind of views.
Yeah.
And we went through a tunnel, and I
Yeah.
honked the horn.
Yep, she did.
It was fun.
Nice.
Thank you for living the 5-year-old dream, Gigi.
Yeah.
Yeah, way to go, Gigi.
It was
proud of
like
you.
towards the end of the tunnel though, but I was like, my mom always honks the horn in the tunnel, and then Trevor's like, yeah, my dad does, and I was like, I'm gonna do it, and it was like at the end, but I
Yeah,
still
it was
did
like 2 quick blasts, just beep beep.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, is it like a manlier horn or is it, like
it was a Gigi honk.
Well, I have a Honda Accord, so it's on the higher pitch side.
Yeah.
like Kyle putting out his lightsaber?
Yeah.
High pitched squeal.
Oh god.
All right. So that is officially the end of this podcast. This episode. Not the end of the podcast. But
Brought to you by friendship.
brought to you by friendship.
Yeah.
What's the tagline? Get yourself some
Friends.
friends.
Yourself some.
Porcelain fountains.
So, fountains? What?
Get yourself some porcelain fountains.
I don't know what she's talking about.
I don't know either.
Or one fan knows.
Yeah, one fan, please hook us up with that. Leave it in the
Explanation.
comments. Thank you. We appreciate
Down
it.
below.
I'll heart it. Thanks. All right, guys. Well, it's been fun. It's been real. And
Yep.
we'll
Take care and stay safe.
take care and yeah.
Yeah, and I guess don't stay safe according to Kyle.
Kyle, that reckless car buying weirdo.
Good one, Gigi.
Yeah,
Yeah.
my car is probably full of COVID on the inside.
Oh man.
COVID car.
I did pay to have that happen.
Did
I
you?
mean, what?
Yeah.
Is that why I feel the
paid
way
Gabby.
I feel?
It's been tampered with.
Just like my heart.
No.
Put a big mask on it.
I've seen that.
Oh
They-
yeah. me too.
Well, they have those cars that have like the I don't know.
Bras, car bras.
Yeah, the bra on the front. I'm not sure what that's for. Is that just to like protect it
Gotta
from
hold the
getting
grill.
dirty?
Yeah,
I
from
think
bugs
Oh.
getting inside your car.
My
Real thing.
parents used to have those.
Bras?
Yeah, the car bras.
Oh.
We're gonna end it on car bras.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Yeah. Get yourself
Over
some
the
car
shoulder
bras,
holder,
bra.
And if your car needs titties, get those too.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Hold the grills.
Hold the grills up.
Yeah. Get some chicken breast, but hold the chicken. Wink, wink.
Oh my god.